What's up guys, it's KardTrickKid, and today I'm going to be showing you and teaching you a really simple card trick that almost anybody can do. Let's get into the performance. So for this trick I'm going to be using the Regalia playing cards by Shin Lim. You can check out my review on these cards somewhere on the screen. And as you can see, every card is different, just like that. And all I need is 3 cards, so I'm going to take out the 2 red queens and the ace of spades. There's the ace of spades, and here's the last queen. So, over here, we have the queen of diamonds, the ace of spades, and the queen of hearts. So I'm going to place the deck down just like this. And I'm going to take the ace of spades out from the cards. I'm going to put it in the middle of the queens. And if I had a spectator, I'd ask the spectator to hold on to the ace of spades. And if I snap my fingers, they could feel the ace of spades vanish from their hands. Now all I have is the 2 queens. And if I spread out the cards, the only card face up in the middle of the deck just happens to be the ace of spades. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. And the spectator can hold on to the ace of spades. The spectator holds on to the ace of spades. And the magician says that they're going to change the ace of spades right in front of the spectator's eyes. So the magician places the 2 queens on top, gives it a little rub, and the spectator thinks it hasn't changed. And they're right, it hasn't changed on the front, it has only changed on the back. That is the performance, and now let's get into the tutorial. But first, a word from KardTrickKid. Guys, before I get into this tutorial, I just need to tell you guys something. We are really close to 200 subscribers. I believe we're at 190 right now. So, remember, if we can get to 200 subscribers before the end of September, I will do something special. And in my last video, I revealed what that is. If we get to 200 before the end of September, I will do a Q&A. So, if you'd like, in the comments, leave your questions. And if you use the hashtag KardTrickKid200, you have a chance to be featured in my Q&A video. Now let's get into the tutorial. So this trick is for the most part a no setup card trick. All you're going to need is a very small setup. All you're going to need is a card from a different deck that has a matching back design. So for example, the Shin Lim Regalia cards and the Shin Lim White Regalia cards, or just Bicycle Riderback Reds and Bicycle Riderbacks Blue. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can use whatever card you want, but I like using the ace of spades for effect. And I like using the red queens for the other card. This trick is very similar to the biddle trick. I also taught this on my channel. I'll probably leave a link for that on the screen somewhere. And yeah, here's how you do it. So you're going to start out by putting the ace of spades in the middle. It doesn't really matter where. And then you can put the other 2 queens in the middle. And make sure one is, this. You don't have to do this, but I like having 1 queen below the ace of spades and 1 queen above the ace of spades. So when I spread out the cards, it's kind of like the aces in the middle and the queens are like sandwiching it, but from very far away, like 1 queen's here and the other queen's here. The reason this ace of spades looks so much not as white as these cards is because I've had the white regalia for a long time, and those have gone through a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is how you perform the trick. You start out by showing all the cards are different. You can show the backs are different, but make sure to do a little block spread when you get near to the ace of spades, so you don't flash that different color card. Like, you wouldn't want to do this and say, look, all the cards are the same back color. And also you can spread out the cards and say all the cards are different. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take out the red queens, just like that, and the ace. You don't have to use the red queens, you can use the black queens, I don't really care. Live your best life. So, take the 2 red queens and ace of spades, and put them on top, just like this. The ace can be in the middle or on top, it doesn't really matter, but I like it in the middle. Then you're going to like put it on the table or something and lift up the top half of the deck, because this is how you like perform the biddle trick and this trick. So you're going to peel off the top card, say the queen of hearts, the ace of spades. Here's where the biddle trick comes in. You're going to get like this little pinky break under the ace of spades, and you want to be consistent with this. So when you're pulling the queen over, you're going to pull it towards the deck like this as you pull the ace of spades, because that's going to like be more less suspicious. when you put the ace of spades under the deck, just like that. That might have been too fast, but this is basically the overview. So this is what it will look like in real time. The queen of diamonds, the ace of spades, and the queen of hearts. That wasn't so good, but let's try that again. I have 3 cards, the queen of diamonds, the ace of spades, and the queen of hearts. Just like that, the ace of spades has been stolen to the bottom of the deck. If you don't know how to do that, I'll leave my biddle trick somewhere on the screen and in the link in the description. So, yeah, so once you've done that, you have this setup: queen of hearts, ace of spades, queen of diamonds. The ace of spades is under this half of the deck, and you just have the 2 queens right here. So, and then just put this top half of the deck onto the bottom half of the deck, and what that does is it puts the ace of spades face up in the middle, just like that. So, once that is done, you're going to take the 2 queens and just flip them over, just like this. You don't want to, like, spread out the cards and show that there are only 2. You want to pretend that there are 3. So pretend to take out the ace, start fidgeting around with it, like open it up and grab a card, but you say to grab the ace from the middle, but you're just grabbing the bottom card, which is just a queen. And then, after that's done, you say you're going to sandwich it in between the queens, like fidget around with that for a little bit. You don't want it to look like I'm going to put it and then just put it on the bottom. You've got to fidget around with it. And then you ask the spectator to hold on to it, right? With the 2 queens around it, but there's just this 1 queen, and the spectator's just holding on to a queen. You give it a little rub, and they pull the 2 cards out of the spectator's hands, which looks like the ace of spades vanished, but it was never there to begin with. You flip over these 2 cards to show that they're just the 2 queens, and then you spread out the cards to show that the ace of spades is face up, just like that. So then you can set the deck aside. All you need is these 3 cards, and then you have the ace of spades. You're allowed a spectator to hold it, but just don't let them flip it over. That's for the reveal at the end. And then you take the 2 queens, just like this, and you like put them on top of the ace and try to change it. And the spectator expects it to be like a color change. Like, the spectator expects it to be like, whoa, like that. You didn't see that. But you need to make it look like you're going to change the front, not the back. The spectator will be surprised when the front hasn't changed. So it'll be like, I am going to change this card. And after a few seconds, take it off, and the spectator will be like, you didn't change it. And then say, flip it over. And they flip it over, and they'll be amazed.